What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today is going to be a extremely huge day, whether it's a positive huge or a negative huge, that is up to you. And honestly, I don't know what side I want to take on this one, because I can see positives and negatives coming out of the situation. But again, we're going to be discussing both throughout the whole video. But ladies and gentlemen, over on social media, basically, Battle Royale has been confirmed for Halo Infinite. Do you guys remember when I made that video a couple of days ago about Certain Affinity, the development team coming in to assist with Halo Infinite, and how I thought it was going to be for more content for the multiplayer experience? Well, yeah, apparently it's the complete opposite way. Apparently, Certain Affinity has been working on a Battle Royale for the past 2 years for Halo Infinite, and it's going to be releasing very shortly. So my story was completely backwards. If you look on the screen right here, there was a post on Reddit basically going over all the summary points that Jez Corden, one of the goats in the industry, basically went over when it comes to this game mode. First off, it's a Battle Royale. Second, been in development for over 2 years. Third, is a huge deal, considers it a Warzone/separate game undertaking. Goal is to bring in new players into the Halo franchise, targeting Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex audience. Believes it's targeting Season 3 or 4. Also ties into Forge mode, maybe like Fortnite Creative, my speculation, and they brought in Certain Affinity for the specific mode. Don't think they're going to ignore the rest of the game. So, I mean, at least they went ahead and said that at the very end, right? Don't think that they're going to ignore the rest of the game. Halo Infinite is still going to be a main priority. Now, like I said, there's two sides to the story. There's positives and negatives, obviously, and I'm going to try to cover both to be fair to both sides. Now, first and foremost, let's start off with the negatives. It's a Battle Royale. Now, we as the community have been begging 343 to not put any focus or any thought into branching out with a Battle Royale because, as we all know, it's going to take away from the main focus of Halo Infinite. As we see with multiple other franchises, BR has done nothing good for these games besides kill and destroy their core audience. Warzone absolutely obliterated Call of Duty. Battlefield with Firestorm and also their other methods with Hazard Zone absolutely obliterated the core Battlefield experience as well. Pretty much every single Battle Royale that's successful and hasn't killed off the rest of their franchise are BRs that were made specifically and only to be a BR. Nothing more, nothing less. Games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, PUBG, those games have no other game modes around them. And when they do make different game modes, it's secondary modes to BR. Not having a primary mode like Call of Duty being competitive 6v6 or Battlefield being all-out warfare, and then bringing a second mode of a BR into the whole mix. So yeah, I gotta admit, it worries me, because Halo was never originally a BR. That's not what the game is. So it's a little worrying to think that if this game mode, God, if it pops off and becomes the next popular thing, does that mean Halo is going to go on the back burner? Does that mean Halo Infinite is going to get no love, no support, because Microsoft will see that their biggest impact, their biggest seller right now is this BR, so they're going to say put all hands on deck. You know, they claim that this BR will not affect the progress of Halo Infinite, and that's why they hired on a second team. But you have to understand, it's a difference between the present and the future. They will say that now, but if they're making billions of dollars off this BR, they will gladly, in less than a day, switch up their mindset and bring all of 343 to work on this Battle Royale with no exceptions. And right now, I think we can all agree, regardless if you enjoy Battle Royales or not, Infinite needs focus on the multiplayer. Campaign is great, honestly. It could use a co-op. Forge still needs to come into the game. And Infinite multiplayer is just an incomplete experience. I enjoy the gameplay, and it needs a little bit more polishing, but I like the foundation. The foundation is great. But when it comes to content, it lacks tremendously, including the store system as well. But even though a lot of this stuff worries me, there are still positives lurking around when it comes to this topic. Because even though I think Infinite needs a massive focus and multiplayer content, a BR could help potentially in the long run of this game. Even though as a hardcore Call of Duty fan, I don't really care for Warzone, I could still respect the fact that without it, the Call of Duty franchise probably wouldn't even be completely relevant like it still is today, with obviously, content. It will still sell. It always sells. The Call of Duty name is iconic. But when it comes to YouTube content, Twitch content, and just, the trailers that they put out, the hype surrounding the overall game, it would be extremely bad right now if Warzone was not a thing. But of course, the thing that sucks is even though Warzone brought the hype back to COD, it didn't really improve the gameplay. But with Halo Infinite, the gameplay is already good. So in all reality, the hype would be good for the franchise. Because right now, it's just content. That's all we truly need. More game modes, more obtainable unique armor pieces, and things for us to grind for that don't always have to cost us $100. And of course, more maps to play on. The replayability of this game is extremely rough right now. I mean, go on the Master Chief Collection. It's fantastic. You have so many different games to play with multiple maps on each game, obviously, different weapons across the board, customization across the board. It's just outstanding. And it makes you want to stay there, and play for hours. Halo Infinite is a different story. The only reason you're going to be playing Halo Infinite is to grind the Battle Pass. And at a certain point, what's the fun factor in that? I want to grind your game because I just simply want to play it. And in order for me to play it, there has to be enough content to keep me interested. And honestly, the maps are great in the game to begin with. I like the map selection. I really do. There might be one map that is a little funky to me, but it's not absolutely hated. It's just funky. And also the leaked images of the 2 new maps coming into the game. I mean, let's be honest here. It all looks amazing right now. The problem right now is that there's not enough of it. So if they add a BR to Halo Infinite, and it's a second game mode, and they just use this Battle Royale as a hype factor to build up the name of Halo again, I mean, shoot, it won't take that much away from the franchise as it does for a game like Battlefield or COD. Because those games, they don't just lack content, they lack the foundation of the game itself as well, which overall kills the environment and the community. And also the fact that they clarified 343 had nothing to do with this BR, and their main focus has always been and still is, till this day, the multiplayer and the campaign, the co-op forge, all the stuff that makes Halo great is phenomenal to me. Because other studios, like I said, Battlefield and Call of Duty, their main teams usually work on the Battle Royale experience right away, and then when the game releases, then they go back and start working on the core experience, and then another team comes to support, the Battle Royale that they created, which usually dies off from Battlefield, or as we see now, Raven takes control of Warzone. But the point is, the developers for those other games, you could tell the differences from the quality in their main product to the BR. And you could tell that they didn't have enough time to work on their main product because all the developers were too busy trying to figure out how to perfect their Battle Royale experience right out the gate. Halo Infinite, on the other hand, you could tell it's a great Halo game. It just lacks the content to make it full, a complete experience. And obviously the free-to-play price tag on this game doesn't help that much. If they actually charged $60 for the full campaign and multiplayer together, it would probably be a little bit better with content. The only reason that we're into this situation is because it's free-to-play. The game is there, though. It's there. So I'm not that worried as well. Like I said, I'm in the middle. I'm mixed. I am stressed about it because it seems worrying, but compared to other situations and other development teams, 343 seems to have the game under control, and they could push it in a good direction. We can't forget that the Master Chief Collection released like utter dog crap, right? I mean, we all hype it up, we all talk so good about it, but in all reality, it was horrifying in the beginning. And the other Halo games that we had to play were Halo 5 and Halo 4, so realistically, Halo Infinite is pretty darn good if you look at the bigger picture. And they did state it's not coming right away. It's going to be coming within Season 3 or Season 4, and we're not even into Season 2 just yet. Well, it's coming extremely soon, but we're not there just yet. So we're looking at maybe 6 months. I'm hoping more for Season 4. If it's Season 4, that'll be perfect. I don't really want Season 3 for it to drop. That'll be a little too soon. Season 4, that'll be like, 5-6 months probably, because it's about maybe 2 to 3 months, right? I think for each Battle Pass, unless I'm only thinking about Call of Duty right now. But I'm pretty positive it's around probably 6+ months for Season 4, which would be a fantastic timeline, but it will truly depend on how 343 treats each season. We would have to see a tremendous amount of content released to the overall game. A bunch of new game modes, fun things to play, forge, co-op to campaign. The game has to become complete first, and if that can happen, then yeah, go ahead and add a BR, because the game at that point will be considered great. At least for me, because like I said, I'm having fun. I just get bored very quickly. And honestly, nothing says F you more than a horrifying in-game store. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, bumps, hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so, Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams and video games over on Twitch, link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.